Before I begin part 2 of the event, make sure you completed part 1 first. If you haven't beaten part 1 yet, I'll leave a link in the description of this video on my guide on how to beat part 1. To access part 2, you'll need to go back to the same island that you did for part 1. Locate the suspicious door halfway west. The door should be open if you've completed part 1. The door should be closed if you haven't completed it already. Upon entering the dungeon, you'll be met with a T hallway. You would want to head left. The next time you would find a T hallway, you want to head right. You may encounter some ghosts along the way. It's the same thing for part 1, just hide behind an object and make sure you don't get line of sight. They'll despawn randomly and spawn randomly, so be aware. Along the way, you will find piles of boxes. You could rummage through the boxes to find a potion. These potions will heal you to 45 health, so use them wisely. You are guaranteed to find one from your first rummage, but it will be more rarer as you search for another one. You cannot have more than 2 potions, so don't go rummaging if you already have 2 potions. There is no reason to hold potions while you have low HP. Make sure you have maximum HP. Press Q to use the potion. Keep going until you reach a dead end and locate the door. This is where you'll find your sword. The ghosts would despawn when you pick up the sword. When equipping the sword, you can click to attack, you can press R to block, and you can press F to dodge. The longer you block for, the easier it's going to get for your guard to break. So you would want to block at the correct time. If you are guard broken, the damage you receive will be double. You should use dodging as your first priority of avoiding damage, but if you need to, block. But if dodging seems ineffective in your scenario, I suggest you block. Upon picking up the sword, you'll be met with your first fight. This fight could consist of 2 skeletons with 1 armor, 3 skeletons with 1 armor, 3 skeletons, or a giant skeleton. When you've defeated the skeletons, hit the lever with your sword and it will open the nearest gate. From here on out, proceed with caution. If an Iron Maiden is bigger than normal and it's creating noise, stay away from it. Going near it will trigger a really hard boss fight as a punishment of going near it. If you are trying to complete the event, you might as well reset if you encounter one of these in a fight. To avoid them, just stay as far away as possible from them. Killing the Iron Maiden will reward you a badge. I suggest you do this after you complete the event. This badge currently does nothing and is just a flex to show that you beat a really hard boss. When you arrive at the gate, head all the way down the hallway to meet the fallen angel that's been imprisoned. The fallen angel will give you a key to help you proceed to the next boss. Return back to the second T hallway and go the opposite direction of where you came from originally. You should be met with a really large room. Walk across the room and open the door. You will need to scavenge for another key to fight the final boss. Once you find the key, exit the room and you will fight your first boss. The one with the big sword has a big sword. He has 5 total attacks he can do. He could do a basic attack, a chained attack, a heavy attack, a charge attack, or an aerial attack. The one with the big sword also has 55 HP. This means you'll have to hit them 55 times before they die. Once you defeated the one with the big sword, you'll head towards your final boss. To locate the final boss, go back where you entered the dungeon, and instead of going to the left, you go to the right. Keep going until you find the gate room. The corpse of the saint is going to be the final boss. The saint can do up to 11 unique attacks. I'll provide you with information on how to avoid the attacks and what they look like. The saint also has 150 health. This will mean you will have to hit him 150 times. Once you defeated the saint, you'll be met with Estok. Estok? Estuk. Estok. Estok will talk about this stuff that I literally didn't care about, and you will be given two options at the end of the dialogue. You could respectfully leave, or stubbornly stay to fight Stok. Stuk. Both of the options would reward you the badge, but I suggest you try to fight him, because, again, you would still be rewarded with the badge if you died to Stok. You actually don't die, you just kneel, because Stok is forgiving. Thank you, Stok. Anyways, that's the guide. Yeah, bye.